Dan Delmar, Sarah DeHay with you in for Aaron and Natasha. Natasha is back on Monday. Let's get right to our guest, shall we? I don't think he needs an introduction. You all know who Alonzo Bodden is. Welcome back, Alonzo.
Thank you. It is good to be back. And tonight you will not be going to see Barbie.
Nope.
You'll be coming to Just for Laughs to see Just for the Culture and stick around for the Nasty Show.
At Club Soda.
Club Soda until July 26th. So the Just for the Culture and the Nasty Show, great way to do a back-to-back, as Sarah, you did last just a couple days ago. First of all, welcome back. It seems like you're such a staple in this festival, Alonzo. You were hosting the Ethnic Show a bunch of times. Now it's called Just for the Culture. I don't want to ask a cheesy Montreal question here, but this is still one of the coolest places to do comedy in the world.
I love this place, and I love the festival for a number of reasons. You know, Judy Gold, who's on the show, talked about it. You guys are a great audience because you're a smart audience and you get it and you let us talk about whatever and you laugh. But it's also this festival is summer camp. You hear all of us say it. It's summer camp for comics. It's where we all get together. We never see each other. We never cross paths. I don't see Joelle. I don't see Judy. People I know. Then I meet new people. You know, John Marco has been killing it and cracking me up.
So good
all week. So. Yeah, and next week everybody comes in. You know, Russell Peters will be here. Dom Herrera's coming back. It's going to be great to see Dom, and who knows who else. And you know, so that's what we love. It's just a great week and a half, and I'm lucky they seem to like me. I don't know.
We like you.
I'll stay
yeah, well,
out the way.
audiences love you. It's so interesting to see you hosting and getting to be like the buffer between every single act that comes in. It is stacked for Just for the Culture this year. I loved everybody on stage. What is that like for you to be kind of like the host and the MC for the evening?
When I started out, this guy told me, he said, as a host, what you're doing is you're welcoming everyone to your house. So I like doing that. I like talking to the crowd and getting them going and getting them into the show. And sometimes, you know, when you host, you have to set up the comics, right? You know, with this one, I could stay out of the way and just say their names. Everyone on this show is hilarious. And the other great thing is everyone's different. Everyone is different. Like I say at the beginning, no matter what your culture, your race, religion, we will insult you properly because we have one of yours. Okay, so no matter what group you're in, we got somebody for you. I love it. I'm having fun.
What about the mood these days, political correctness, all of that? Is the festival still safe from that?
Absolutely. Listen, all of that stuff, you know, we joke about it. I would love to get canceled. I could use the publicity. It would be fun. You know, that comes from the critics. That comes from people who don't go to comedy shows. That comes from people who hear a clip 2 days later. They hear one line. I've said things that if taken out of context, you could use one line would no doubt be horrible, you know, and so has every comic. Comedy fans love comedy. When you're in the room, is it funny or is it not funny? And if it's mean, if it's anger, if it's, you know, racist, misogynistic, homophobic, whatever you want to call it, the audience feels that. The audience knows. If you attack someone and it becomes a personal attack, not laughing with you, but I'm making fun of you, I'm picking on you, the audience definitely gets that. They pick up on it.
When you're off on in the wings as the host, because you're going to be there the whole night, and you can hear a joke and you can hear it land, or you can hear it kind of falter. Do you kind of take note of that? Like you're kind of taking in the audience and seeing what they're up to?
No, I'm sitting there. We laugh. You know, when you know it. This is when a comic knows it's a good joke. When you hear the other comics laugh backstage, that's when you're like, "Oh, that one was good." We laugh at each other. And we hear each other. And the other great thing about this show is even though it's the same comics every night, we mix it up a little so it's not the exact same jokes. You don't want it to be a recital. You don't want it to be a recital. So there's always stuff in the moment and things that we're joking about and talking about. So, no, I listen and I laugh. The audience is... We love the audience, but you do it for the creativity. You do it to push buttons, you know, things like that. You know, a groan and a laugh are both a reaction. You know, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, they're both a reaction, so I'll take either one.
Well, you hear lots of laughter at Just for the Culture. Alonzo Bodden is the host, and he's joining us in studio.
When it comes to offending people, tone matters, right? I mean, I've seen you perform many times. I would say the same about people like Big J. Okerson. You could say the craziest, most controversial things, but if the tone is right, it seems like you get away with it.
Well, again, if you go back to the legend who was here before he passed away, Don Rickles, right? When Rickles insulted you, it was an honor. You laugh because he loved everybody, right? Big J is like that. When Jay's, it's crazy, but you would be more crazy to take it personal, if he and we can't repeat what Jay says here on the radio, but if you hear it and you're like, really, you're gonna take that personal, like you think he means that about you. It's so you have to, that was the thing when Dice was big, and they're like, Dice is misogynistic. It's like, really? Do you think he walks through his life believing this stuff he's saying on stage? Like comedy takes it to the ridiculous extreme, and people would get mad. And it's like, I don't think Andrew Dice Clay I don't think he treats women like that in real life, so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not real life. It's not reality.
And that's the thing. That's where you inject common sense, which, we're losing. And in the States, it's much worse. It's much worse. People look for a reason to be offended. And they look for, and the people who call people snowflakes are actually the ones who are the most easily offended. Like we say, right now in the United States, guns don't kill people, but books will make you gay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, okay.
Things are getting weird in the States. We're
getting weird? Getting weird?
First of all, we were discussing earlier about RFK, and that kind of blows my mind because this guy was kind of laughed off the proverbial national stage many years ago, and yet here he is again.
Well, because the bar for crazy, I don't know if it's higher or lower. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there are things that would be considered utterly ridiculous that are now accepted as a norm. Like we were joking about off air. I'm old enough to remember when Sarah Palin was crazy. Sarah Palin ran for election a few years ago, and they were like, Sarah, you're not crazy enough to get back. You got to step up your game. There's Marjorie Taylor Greene out here now, And I'm fully aware that the United States is the #1 reality show in Canada. Don't think we don't know that you're laughing. The wind blows, it brings us smoke, and we hear you laughing.
We apologize for all the smoke.
He knows. I know you were a big fan of art. Are you going to make any purchases while you're here?
I'll always look. I love the galleries in Old Montreal. So today I went to the Infinity exhibit at the Science Museum, and I have to shout out the Phi Center, which is absolutely amazing. And Phoebe, who runs the Phi Center, she got me into this Infinity exhibit. It's like being on the space station. It was incredible. So I'm already blown away. I'll always look at the galleries here. The art here is fantastic. Old Montreal is a nice escape from the energy of the festival. The energy of the festival is great, but then you just walk a few blocks down the hill. It's a kilometer or something like that. We don't know. We're Americans. We just say a few blocks. Yeah. You guys know what it is. But and you're in a whole different vibe. I love the art galleries here. I love the artists and the whole thing.
It's so funny that you mentioned the Infinite, which is with a 3D thing. You're wearing a headset, and it's like you're on the ISS, the International Space Station. If someone were to come to you and say, Alonzo, you're amazing, you're funny, here's a ticket to go up on SpaceX or up Blue Horizon or Blue Origin, whatever it's called, would you go to space for a couple minutes?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
As long as it wasn't the guys who made the submarine.
Okay, got it.
It's got to be made. No, and SpaceX, Musk is involved, but it's fascinating. But when I was a kid, I was a kid when we went to the moon. And by the way, people, we did go to the moon. Okay, let's settle that.
Are you sure? Because RFK, I'm not sure is 100% on that.
But, the anniversary was yesterday.
I remember it, like the Apollo missions and everything, where the whole country, that was a different time. We had 3 channels. Everyone watched it. And as a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. Everyone wanted to be an astronaut. But if you go to the Infinite exhibit and you see what they saw, when you see Earth from their perspective, it's still fascinating. It's amazing. It's probably not good for the flat Earth people because the floor is flat and they'll be like, see. So, You
went to the Welcome Hall mission earlier this week, too.
The Welcome Hall mission is amazing. The work that they do, feeding thousands of people. And the dental, that's something that they're right. We never thought of that, that they provide a dental clinic because people who are down on their luck, out, living on the streets, whatever, you don't get dental care. That is something that's vitally important. And the amount, the sheer amount of people they help, and also they showed us the apartments, which helps people get used to being housed again and get back into the habit. Because when you're unhoused, and they talk about this, now you're housed, now you got to get back in the habit of paying rent and living what we call normal, what we take for granted, and everything that they're doing. So that is something I'm going to give a shout out. Right now, you text ha 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 to 45678 and donate $5, and we're pushing it on all the shows. We really want everyone to help. We at Just for Laughs loves to help, and we comics love to help. Also, they help with mental health, and if there's one group that has mental health issues, it's a comic. Ooh, you don't want to talk to us too much about that.
The great Alonzo Bodden is hosting Just for the Culture. It runs from now until Wednesday, July 26th at Club Soda. Then you can see the Nasty Show afterwards if you like. Tickets at hahaha.com. Thanks so much, Alonzo. Enjoy your time again in Montreal.
Thank you. I always enjoy this city. I'm glad we have a good weather report coming up. It's going to be like, 22 or 28 or 31. We don't know what your numbers mean.
It's warm enough.
Help
it
us
won't
out.
be raining inside Club Soda, and that's all that matters.
Definitely not.
It's going to be raining
Definitely
laughter.
not.
Alonzo Bodden.